Russian ship has arrived in a Cuban port. On board that ship are Zircon hypersonic missiles that are in range of the United States. And the United States has nothing that can shoot them down. There's also a Russian nuclear-powered cruise missile submarine in the same area. The weapons on board these two ships have the ability to take the East Coast off of the map of the United States. That's with, of course, nuclear weapons, but they're also precision guided. How does it feel to be in the White House knowing that you're 12 minutes away from dying and there's nothing anybody can do to save you? The Secret Service can't get you out of the White House fast enough. And it's not a nuclear explosion. It's a Zircon missile that's going to come in and hit the White House. It can't be stopped. If the president's in the White House and the Russians decide to kill him, he's a dead man. Anybody in the United States on the East Coast is a dead man if the Russians decide to kill him. You see, that's what we've done to the Russians. We have them living under that. You know, every morning that Putin goes to work, he's 12 minutes away from dying.
Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Shalom to the elect, scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Quadash Paya, and as you've seen the clips of Russian Air Force, you know, flying through, I believe it was around Florida. They having drills in the Atlantic, sending the ships to Cuba, you know, for these military drills, flexing their muscles. And they're right there in the borders of America. You know what I mean? Right there on the borders, posted up. Like the brother Amon Gabar said, posted up on the block. Because what? NATO been doing that. You know what I mean? NATO, which is the beast. Right? The horde that sitteth on the beast. America, Babylon the Great, that sitteth on the beast, which is NATO. These European countries with their, you know, the allies, setting up their troops right there on the borders of Russia, where Poland and all that, and then they saying they may send, well, first, you know, Putin was complaining, you know, saying, you know, speaking on how they, America is allowing Ukraine to use U.S. weapons, you know, and now they're talking about, you know, France and other countries to send their troops to Ukraine. So that's head-to-head combat with Russia, you know what I mean? And people are frightened. Oh, look, you see these helicopters there. Well, how you think they feel overseas, right? And this is a picture here of, you know, tweet update. Northcom and NORAD are on alert. A fleet of 4 Russian warships are reportedly being shadowed by U.S. and Canadian naval vessels off the coast of Florida in a potential standoff during Russian-Cuban war games in the waters off of the Florida coast, biggest direct standoff in North America since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. And that's big. That's big as we head to, you know, these banks collapsing. You know what I mean? And, hey, man, we halfway through 2024. You know what I mean? So, things are gearing up, man. Things are definitely gearing up, and the Lord is steering it up. The Lord is the one that's orchestrating this. You know? People, you know. And then watch that draft come. That's another thing. Alright, but real quick, I want to get the book of Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom to pour upon them mine indignation, Salakia." And that's what the Lord is doing. He's gathering the nations over there in the Middle East, and now you're seeing them stretch out throughout the world, because this is going to be a global war. It says, even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And speaking about the fire of his jealousy, that's what Isaiah saw. Isaiah about the ninth, matter of fact, because the prophet seen these, of World War III. Matter of fact, John Revelator said, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe is war, destruction, said the third woe cometh quickly, Revelation 11. You know, so when the prophets seen these, they described the missiles as what? Like flying swords, arrows, or glittering swords rather. You know, even horsemen. Right? So real quick, Isaiah 9 and 5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, like in the ancient times, you know, when the ancient warriors clash, like the clash of the Titans, the Romans, where they had spears and shields and helmets and screams and, on foot, literally, with their arrows and horses riding, right? So it says, for every battle of the warrior is confused with confused noise. Those are, sounds of war, and garments rolled in blood, right? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So, hey man, and I believe it's British. They're not with it. You got some European countries that's not with it, and they're gonna feel the effects. They're gonna feel the effects economically, because they're known for getting oil and things of that nature from Russia. And then these other, I think the Arabians. If I'm not, I think it's the Arabians. One of the biggest oil exports. They're not like they're siding with Russia. So the scriptures tell you that the beast, the 10 horns shall hate the whore, and we just told you who that is. So this is America basically is pushing through all this. They're pushing their allies away more and more. Damn, I forgot what scripture I was gonna get. You know what? Let's just get Revelation since I quoted it. Well, I might as well bring it out. Revelation 11 and 14. Revelation is to reveal. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And he also said, woe, woe, woe. Also, what is it? The first woe is past, and behold, two more come here after, roughly paraphrasing. So that's the time we're in, man. Oh, okay, you know what? I think I remember what I was gonna get. Joel chapter 3 verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, right? That's the time we're in. Because this place, America, Babylon the Great, is going to become the lake of fire, which is that second death that the scriptures speak about. How? Well, when them missiles get shot off overseas, Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. So, these are instruments of farming instruments that they're turning into weapons, showing you that we're not in the time to plant and flourish and grow. No, we're in the time of destruction. Because after destruction, that's when peace is going to come. Even the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming. That's another thing. When people seeing all this, but then they may say, oh yeah, well, we're going to bring peace. That's when you really got to watch, like, all right, now we know what comes after. That's why the Lord told us to watch and pray. So we won't get caught off guard with these things, these prophecies, these current events that's happening. Then it says, let the weak say I'm strong, right? Because these weaker nations are joining forces with these superpower nations like China, Russia, North Korea, Iran. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So these heathens, these other countries, the Lord is giving them up in the Middle East for what? The day of judgment. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yahweh Shabbat, the Lord's judgment, man. And you don't want to get caught up into that, second death, man. There's many dreams I don't speak about, but this one was very brief. I know I was like in the city. It was a beautiful day. Sky was blue. People walking by, business as usual, going to work, and I'm just in a dream. It reminded me of The Matrix when fuck, I forget his name, but he was telling Neo about the woman in the red dress and how people was just walking by, not knowing what's going on. That's how they were. And I was there screaming, crying, like, look, it's coming. And I looked up. All you see is nothing but missiles flying. And that's how these people are. They're so stuck in this society, distracted by what's going on. They're not realizing, what the prophets been telling them. All hell is about to break loose. And now they're saying, with these migrants, I think in like 4 states, they just found migrants that's associated with the ISIS. I gotta spell it out like that, throw off the algorithm. And I've been called it. I've been said that they might just fucking use them to associate with, because Iran with the conflict. So I just with the protests, and which the ISIS, they're affiliated with the CIA anyway. But Russia knows that. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, as Paul stated, because they always like to use tactics to throw people off. Creating a boogeyman, doing this, But if you're really watching and seeing, knowing who the enemy is, his tactics, his repetitive schemes, then you're able to warn the people like, no, that's you could break it down through the scriptures, So, anyway, World War III is not going to fully be established until, kick off until the MOTB is fully established, which is, when the banks collapse, then they come with that new digital currency where they force people to insert it in their bodies, for that global currency, for that global, you know what I mean? So, hey man, it's coming. The scriptures say the end shall speak and not lie. It's speaking. It's speaking loud. And soon, people like me and the brothers that's prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine that's like-minded from the apostles on down, we're not going to be speaking no more, which is the Lord is not going to be speaking anymore. And once the Lord is not speaking no more, people's faith is going to be sealed, and that's it. It's a wrap. Now it's time to party. As Apostle Carl like to say, now it's time to party. So, hey man, watch and pray. The day of the Lord is near. Shalom.